Hi, my loves. It's Elise with Wild Moon Woman, and I am doing day 11 of Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot Challenge 2017. And today we are talking all about what our tarot goals are for this year. So I have a few, and I want to give a shout out to Christine of Christine and Celeste Tarot channel. I will link it down below. We share a couple of the same goals this year, and she has really opened me up to so many new ways of exploring tarot and looking at tarot and reading tarot. She's like highly intuitive about the way that she reads, and she also really focuses on reading chakras with the cards, which is one of my goals this year. And she has just been so inspiring for me to watch and learn from. So if you guys don't follow her already, I highly recommend doing so. And I just wanted to say thank you for being such an inspiration to me, because I have grown so much from watching your videos. And one of my goals is to learn how to read chakras more in the cards. And this was actually totally inspired by one of her videos, because she said in the Aquarian tarot, she saw it one day and just saw like all this correlation to chakras. So I started to explore tarot in that way as well. And I had already looked at, chakras in tarot, but not to this extent. And also, not in the way that she kind of explained that she saw it. And so I've just been really exploring that lately. And the other day I was looking at the Morgan Greer, and all of a sudden all I could see was like chakra downloads about the cards. So like in the Emperor here, we have the colors of the 3 lower chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. And those 3 are all about foundations, creativity, and building, which is what the Emperor is about, right? So that really correlates for me. Then in the 10 of Cups, we have 2 people coming together and like this rainbow of joy coming out of their cup together. And for me, this was like complete alignment of chakras and just like full functioning of the chakras. And I mean, these are just like off the top of my head. Then we have the 6 of Cups, which has a lot of yellow, but it also has white, green, and red in the little boy's tunic. And I kind of see the red in this card as like the past and the yellow as the future, so blending of the past and the future, and then white as like the crown chakra, purity, and then the green is heart chakra, connecting. So just another one here. This one, not so much the colors, but more the placement of like her having this blooming rose right over her heart chakra. So having an open heart, but yet also having this crown, which looks like something blooming as well. So being very connected in the crown and third eye chakras. And these little spikes to me are even like more receptors to the spirit world and more receptors to the crown chakra. Then also we have, I just saw the mailman. Oh my God, I'm waiting for a deck. I'm so excited. I hope they can bring it. Also then the Magician, which has the root and solar plexus chakras highlighted here. And also has the infinity symbol over his throat chakra area. So it's just really interesting how much more alive that idea became to me, and how much more easily I'm starting to be able to see it in cards. The other deck that really highlights chakra energy for me is the Aura Soma Tarot, and I'm not going to explain why, but you can just look at these cards and probably see why. The colors are so vivid, and I don't think that the colors in this deck are supposed to correspond to chakras. I'm not sure. I think that they have to do more with the color bottles on the back, obviously. But I don't know anything about Aura Soma yet, so I am just correlating it to the chakras at this time. But look at her crown chakra. Look at all these little bowls on the table that have different colors in them. So this one is an excellent deck to explore chakras in. And I plan to use this one a lot this year for that. And just in general, like I want to be able to work with that energy within my decks, you know. This one's pretty obvious. So that was the first thing, is chakras. Then the next thing is I want to explore astrology more within the world of tarot, and specifically the Thoth associations of astrology, because I know that there's a few different astrology systems and attributions to tarot. So I plan to do that with the regular Thoth deck and also the Tabula Mundi color edition, because it has the associations right on the cards. And I mean, I love the original Thoth too. I love, you know, Lady Frida Harris's artwork. But this one for me has more intuitive stuff going on where I can see other things in the cards. But I do want to study the astrological associations specifically. And I do have the book that comes with it, the book M. And this goes into that as well. I also have some other Thoth books that I will be using, but I do want to focus more on the astrology. And then astrology in general, I want to focus on, you know, and I have these oracle cards, the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, that have the astrological associations at the bottom here. So like this one is Mercury in Cancer, and it says intuition. So this will be another good one for me to incorporate astrology into my reading practice. And so I do want to focus on that. I also want to practice more on intuitive reading. Now, I already do a lot of intuitive reading, but I mean, I think this might be typical for a lot of people, is that we start out with tarot by learning the, oh, I just got like a tickle in my throat, by learning the traditional associations, especially with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck or the Thoth deck or the Marseille deck, whatever deck you're learning with. You learn the traditional associations first, and then when you're doing readings, you draw on those keywords and not so much on your intuition. Now, I know some people are way more intuitive than others in the way that they read, and so I was one of those that had a lot more book knowledge at first and went off those generalized, popularized meanings of the cards. And I do read intuitively as well, especially a lot more this last year. And with different decks, like it really comes out more, like with the Aurosoma, so intuitive. With the Shadowscape, so intuitive. With the oh, I forgot now what it's called. But anyways, some decks are way more intuitive than others, but I want to even deepen that more. And I want to work on my psychic abilities more, my channeling when I'm doing readings, and just like getting messages from spirit. Even though I do know that that happens now, I just want it to be stronger and clearer. And one deck that I noticed that I'm having a lot of intuitive messages with is the Animal Spirit Oracle from the Wild Unknown. And at first I would only use the book with this deck, and I would just go off of her meanings. But now I'm looking at these cards and I'm just seeing all kinds of things. Like this one to me is obviously, you know, reflection and seeing the self as pure. And then you also have the colors, which you could tie into chakra or not, depending on what you're feeling. But there's like all this white energy and self-love and seeing the self as like pure and good. And I don't know if that's just, and then this one is like standing up and being strong and more yang, masculine energy, standing up for yourself. This frog is like the rain in the background, reminds me of regenerative energy. I can't talk. Like healing, a lot of healing energy here, a lot of heart chakra energy too because of the green, and allowing yourself to feel the emotions because of the water. And then we have the bee energy, which is like pure, like high vibration energy, a lot of outward solar plexus energy, but also the bee to me is very strongly connected to the heart. And then we have the camel, which to me is about, like, when I look at this, I see the waxing moon, which I know on the screen it's going to be backwards, so it's going to look like a waning moon, but it's a waxing moon, and just like preparing for the things ahead, and you know, making your resources strong, and like camels, how they can, you know, store up their water, right? So doing that kind of thing to prepare for the journey ahead. And I don't know, I've just been getting like a lot of. And then we have the golden egg, which this egg is nestled in a nest. So this has more of the idea of incubation and protection, while things grow, while things come together. It has the Sri Yantra in the middle, which is all about merging of masculine and feminine. So maybe more things need to come together. The scorpion, this is like so obvious. And then the hawk I love, because it's like they're leaving the darkness behind and going forward into clarity and blinding light. So I just really, I like this, and I like reading intuitively without needing to go based off of the book or anything like that. And I want to really strengthen that within myself this year. I want to be able to trust myself more. So, and then also more path working with the cards, more meditating with the cards, and possibly more journaling. I really don't love journaling because I feel like I have so many thoughts and I'm like lazy to write them all down. Like if I sit down with a pen in my hand, like my mind is going 45,000 miles a minute, and I don't want to write down every single thought that I'm having, you know? So I like to either do structured journaling, or I don't know what kind, but I do kind of want to do more journaling this year. Honestly, it's not that important. I feel like I would rather focus on path working and meditation with the cards to really deepen my own personal connection with the cards. And that goes back to the intuition thing as well. As far as my business goals, I would love to see my tarot business keep growing. I want to do better about putting up content on my website as far as blog posts. But I'm really happy with my business so far. I'm so thankful for how it's been going. I would love to get to the place where I can at least work on my tarot business part-time. Right now I have a full-time job and I do tarot readings, so I would love to have the volume of tarot readings to be able to work part-time and then work at home part-time on my tarot business. So that would be amazing. And I do feel like it's getting there. I feel like it's building up to that. So I'm so, so thankful and so excited to see what this year brings. As far as books, I don't really have any books that I'm like dying to read for tarot. I did just get this one, which is Spiritual Tarot, which is, I bought it used and it's pretty good so far. It compares the Rider-Waite-Smith, the Morgan Greer, and the Aquarian Tarot on every card. And I like how there's like a message from each of the cards on for each of them, and then it compares like the imagery in each of those 3 decks that I mentioned, and then it talks about it some more. So this has been a good book so far. I would like to read this more, but other than that, I don't really plan on doing any like specific kind of structured study, other than the Thoth, like I said. So that's my goals. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am loving all your videos. I wish that I could comment on all of them. And technically I probably could, but it would take me forever. So just know that I'm watching and I'm liking, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.